on the day, and it is there in the papers, and it shows that you did after the interview statements that the applicant is here to make sure that you don't proceed with the question.
And if I can, I may ask my fellow brother here, lawyer, to elaborate that what exactly transpired. So for me to take this matter as a final. Because
my leadership, I'm afraid the respondent is really not happy with himself. Now there's just a blatant lie on both. Problem one. Problem number two, I'll advise you now on the record to bring a content application.
I have not been under oath.
That's not how
I'm just standing here. When you respond, say I'm under oath. I've never been under oath.
fine.
So leadership, my submission is, and I'm not going to take it further, just placing on the record, is lying under oath. He's got a problem there. He's got a second problem. And I'm advising now, an urgent application for contempt of court is coming against him because he reiterated the same claims that was interdicted from propagating. So he's got that, and I'll take advice as to how we deal with this lie that has just come out from the bar. And your ladyship, as you correctly pointed out, of course this is the rules of participation, that's why he's here. And we put in the supplementary affidavit that Mr. Nkuni is in fact so defiant. Not only does he repeat the statements, he goes as far as saying he's not going to present himself here. Thankfully, you probably took advice and he's presented himself, so it's completely untrue for Mr. Nkuni to suggest that he didn't know about this matter, because then why else is here? And in conclusion, your ladyship, I do not know if there's anything of substance to respond to, quite frankly. I stand by the submissions and the ladyship, unless you've got questions for me, and if I may turn my back and she just give instructions as to what we need to say.
Yes.
Your ladyship, my attorney is asking me to respond to the invitation. I'm not inclined to respond to the invitation that's been made. We've made out our case in the interim application. We've made our case again with this final order to be granted. What Mr. Nkuni said, he was very well what he said. The papers are very pregnant, but this for his benefit, in case the leadership is inclined to hear him again. The allegation is that he said my client received monies from drug cartels, Nigerian drug cartels. And he quotes the amount to be 60 million rands on a different day, $60 million. That's the claim. He's saying he's doing the bidding of drug lords and illegal foreigners. It's called, I don't know what an illegal foreigner is, but that's the idea. And we're saying we got that interim order to stop him from publishing such information. He's done so contemptuously, which is why we're bringing the application in due course. And that's the case is to meet. Finally, today, the case is to meet is why that interim order should not be filed. That's why we're here. Let's go please.
Mr. Nkuni, what you just said, do you wish the side of the, because if I consider this not order that I have in front of me, I would also think that you have the side of it.
My lord, I heard what.
Can you please give him a copy of the draft?
I attested to it.
Maybe
What you
now
have
that I'm
been
going to
finished.
consider it just to keep in front. You have heard, this is what I said to you before, that what we are here to do today is to consider why this order should not be made final, and that is all. And that shouldn't take a lot of time for me.
Thank you very much, my lord. As an innocent citizen of South Africa that never been convicted for any crime and wrongdoings in this country, and only to fight for our people to be free and to have their own country, South Africa, great again. And that should not be a crime for us and allow people that are in parliament to intimidate us, politicians, intimidate us. I would like to plead in front of the court that they may not grant this matter as a final matter, because as a normal citizen of South Africa, concerns one, we have a track record of being on the street, exercising our rights, never intimidated anyone, never doing any wrongdoings. Can the law be on our side? Because we have respected the law, the law itself. Now I'm against the person that have disrespected our rule of law for many times, even just recently when he have undermined the magistrate for a very long time. Even when he found guilty, he went outside and insulted the magistrate, which was supposed to be a defamating matter for the magistrate against Julius Malema. I don't know how the law works, and he have accused President Ramaphosa for killing people in Marikana. So that is an accuse that should be dealt with. About the drug cartels and being involved in drugs, can that matter be taken to a criminal court? Because that's why I need to present all the proceedings and all the evidence in the right positions in the senior members of SAPS, such as police commissioner or whomever that is appointed to deal with such high criminal zone, because we've been going around identifying buildings that got this, and all those people told us that Julius can lose any political career, but as long as all the illegal immigrants in this country are protected, they call him their God. I was very surprised. We are on the ground, my Lord. We know everything. Yes.
Should not be confirmed, and therefore the draft order is uploaded on page 072, dated the 19th of May 2026, is hereby needed
wafike lapha nginendaba yini makuthiwa ke ngoba bona bathi isikole izimpothela bafundile kunathi besibopheke ngcono isihlale ejele kunoma singaphika imfiso baba, kodwa singavumi uMalema asiphazamise embhidlangweni wethu wokuxosha amaqwelekwele angekho emthethweni eNingizimu Afrika. Ubonile nezolo ibhasi elisuka le koPolokwane lithwela ama-illegal immigrants. Into esayishoyo kudala iyenzeka, iyaproveka. Amaphoyisa mayiqala ukukhuthala manje avela livimba ibhasi, watholakala bonke abantu bengekho documented. Sibonile amaSomala ebeka inkosi yawo besikhona sibona ngamehlo, ngoba sekukhona ama-AI athe uma beyibeka inkosi yabo lapha bebela bedasilithe amavidiyo esiwashuthile. Sathi thina qho ngeke sidilithe lawo mavidiyo esiwashuthile, kepha sibone besebenzisa ngisho i-coat of arm okuyiyona ngubo yethu yokuthandaza, ngoba inyembezi zabantu baseNingizimu Afrika zawela emhlabeni waseNingizimu Afrika belwela inkululeko yabo, kodwa i-coat of arm iyubungcwele bethu yokuthi finally the democracy is here. Uyakhumbula ukuthi ngisho ubaba uNelson Mandela wathi inkululeko isila, umntwana wakaphinda angene elwela amalungelo abantu abamnyama. Uthi esuka lapho base bekhuluma sana naye kanye no Mandela no de Klerk, cha impela ayikwazi ukwazi ukuyimela, kodwa ubukhosi bakhona uzohlolisha ngoba bukhulu kunabo ubukhosi. Wehla uMandela ngo-1994 April 27 wayo mapheko ethuna likalanga libalele, umongameli oqala we-Reparational Movement wathi, "Dear Mr. President, I am standing here before you to tell you that today South Africa is free." Lawo magama awumsamo wezwe, awuphahlo okukhulu kakhulu umuntu osuke yikhanda lezwe ngaleso sikhathi. Ngakho-ke asikwazi ukuthi emveni kwalapho kwase kusungulwa uhulumeni oyintando yeningi, kwaze kwaba khona i-coat of arm, ubungcwele bethu lokuthi ngoba kufuneka sitakazele udadewethu Mangobese uJacinta usesikoleni uyabhala ama-exam ke uMfowethu Phakela nathi sonke siyacela ukuthi ama-province onke neNingizimu Afrika yonke isukule asikwazi ukuboshelwa ukugcina umthetho bese sizoboshwa umuntu okuyena owafundisa abantu bonke eNingizimu Afrika ukuthi abaholi bayathuka. Wathuka ubaba uJacob Zuma kwambiza ngomdlwenguli icala lamgeza ujaji uqeda usizi eMsimango eMaritzburg 2008 washo adeclare ukuthi yonke lento ekhulunywa ngoZuma ayikho ngoku-Amstead waphinde wadeclare ujaji eGoli ngo-2006 esasikhona enkantolo ukuthi cha ngempela akadlanga lenkani waphiwa. Ngakho-ke kubalulekile ukuthi namanje sikusho ukuthi umongameli ophethe wathuka uThabo Mbeki wamthuka wathi akanayo inzalo wathi uyimbongolo engazali emthuka ngaphandle eParliament emthuka ngaphandle waphinde futhi wazothuka ubaba uCyril Ramaphosa ethi ewabulela abantu eMarikana sasingekho asibonanga kodwa ngeke siphike futhi kodwa akalikho icala elivulile elisho lokho ukuthi uCyril Ramaphosa wakwenza. Ngakho-ke ngithi mina uma inkantolo ingibona nginecala mina entweni engiyenzile yokukhuluma noma leba ngimtshela kwekabhoqo ukunakala kwakhe nokuba isikhwehlela kwakhe njengoba sosithimisa njalo eGoli, ngicela ukuthi kusukume bonke abaholi asikwazi ukuzosetha ipresident ngongiswe ngomuntu okuyena owayefunge under oath wamemezela eParliament ukuthi cha useyilunga leParliament yonke into izohamba ngumthetho. Njengoba bengisho ngaphansi enkantolo ngithi mina umthetho uphile egazini uhambe nawo ngenyawo uyayina ngisho kwakho ukugcina umthetho ngoba usibonelo sezwe lonke wavotelwa abantu bafunga ngoba ukuvota ukufunga. Ngakho-ke njengamanje ngifuna ukusho kucace ngokungahlonisi ukuthi khababo ngizothatha mina abameli-ke manje-ke no ngiyimele vele mina ngiyimele ngizohamba nje ngizungeze ngithi wonke umuntu owawethuka uJulius Malema uma u-wrong ukudiscipline umfana kanje yena edlala i-political game eShibhini bonke abamvulele icala ukuze sibone phela ukuthi kuyicala mina ngamthukanga ngimtshela amaqiniso kanti kwethu cela ukunikeza nangu umne wethu ngapha ubhuti wami uphakala umthakathi bakwazi ukuphawula nabafowethu sibonga abafowethu ngubani nje bebekhona besuka le kwaZulu kodwa singekana ngiyafela nganza kwethu sambe siyomangalela izwe ngoba oMackenzie laba bembongolo le-excited ngokuba uminister lexebuka izandla lenjalo ekuthiwa u-18 Mackenzie isuka lapho ilandela ngemuva njengethishu leyashe sicela ukuthi siye lapha thina lelizwe ngicela all corners of South Africa, all people that are here and that are listening to us, even in a workplace, in the private sector, wonke amagama esiwashoyo nesikwenzayo nesikumele ninathi kodwa ngoba nisabuxoshwa akuwona nawo amakolekwane. Ngizwile umfowethu izolo enza ama-estimate ethi labo bantu bangapheka 30 million and uqinisile and ngapheka kwalokho ukuthatha izwe vele in a history of democracy akaze bavota abantu abakuhlose 20 million. Labo abantu bayimisele ngokuthatha izwe leyamhongolo ebibekwa lapha njengenkosi sengathi ngafa liyasho yona ethe izothatha ukuba umeya izothatha futhi ukuba umongameli walizwe ngo-2029. Ngithi mina leaders abafana nobaba uPanyaza Lusufi ngicela ukusho ngokungahlonisi ukuthi akaqala ukuthatha unpopular decisions even angathandwa nayi organization ayimele wakwazi ukuba strong MEC of Education of Gauteng and sabona kushintsha izinto eziningi uPanyaza Lusufi wayishintsha waphinde lapho wakhula waba uPremier of Gauteng wathatha isinqumo wakhanda i-coalition government without even ngisho ukuvumelana nabantu abaku-National Assembly wathatha i-DA wayithimisa njengesikhwehlela wahlanganisa abantu abamnyama babusa izwe sakunoma lokho. Namanje uye kuphela umholi ophumele obala ngokungahlonisa ukuthi awahamba nokwelekwele angeke mthethweni.